This is Newswatch at 5:30 with Teresa Kashuba.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch at 5:30 from Omimi. That's Oliver. It's cool, huh? Oliver has earned the right to be a shoulder bird, and we'll find out what that means as we speak with the folks of Parrot Adopt Southern Ontario in Omimi. He's so cool. We're also going to, so this is, you can tell the show is going to the birds. I know, you've heard the cliche 100 times. You're going to hear it probably another 10 today. We'll be talking with Nancy and Brett Daniels. They have set up a parrot rescue program, did so about 10 years ago, and have seen about 600 parrots go through, in and out the doors of their facility here in Omimi. They've dealt with abused and mistreated parrots, and we'll see some of the terrible effects that does happen when a bird is mistreated. We'll find out why parrots need very special attention and a special commitment as well, and we'll find out if you're the right person to have a parrot. Also coming up, our 2-Year Health team is going to take a look at buying local, why it's not only good for the economy, but it's good for your overall health. And there might be some plants growing in your yard that aren't supposed to be there. We'll find out what Matt Higgs is talking about with invasive species, and that's on the Green Update. And then we're going to send 2 more winners and their guests to Fourth Line Theatre to see The Right Road to Pontypool. That's all coming up on tonight's show. How you talk. We'll find out more about Oliver and the rest of the birds here in a moment, right after we check in with the Newswatch desk and see what's lining up for 6.
Thanks, Teresa. Coming up,
Newswatch at 5:30 continues with Parrot Adopt Southern Ontario. Hi, Nancy. How are you? I think we are now, just now, and there's a parrot on our cameraman. Just a second.
No, she's quite happy there.
Will we stay there? Will she stay there?
She will.
Okay. If you haven't figured it out yet, one of the things people may misunderstand when it comes to making a commitment to a parrot is how loud they are. It's shocking. Is this non-stop, this chattering?
No, it's not. I mean, typically in the morning, when they get excited, like moments like this, there's people here and it's all new. Okay. They're excited. At night, usually, it's quiet. Dinner time is loud. Mornings are loud. The rest of the day is not too bad.
And everyone's just talking to each other right now.
Yeah, they're just excited. You goofus.
Now, what kind of birds do we have with us right now, Nancy?
We have 3 Amazons.
1, 2, and 3.
Yes, they're all 3 different species of Amazons.
Oh.
I can let you know what they are. This is a double yellow-headed Magna Amazon. This is a yellow-shouldered Amazon. And the one on your shoulder is a blue front.
These 2 are up for adoption.
Yes.
And that's a macaw.
Yeah, that's a green-winged macaw. That's Gabe.
Okay. There seem to be a lot of rescue agencies, and I mean, we're talking about birds in the hundreds. You alone with Brett have helped replace like 600 birds.
Well, probably closer to 800 or 900 now.
But why? Why are parrots in so much difficulty when they go to a new home?
First off, parrots live a very long time. Most of them have a human lifespan, like a macaw. They're going to live 80 to 100 years. It's almost inevitable that some of these birds are going to have more than one home in their lifetime because of the longevity of them.
So even if the relationship is perfect and everything goes beautifully, chances are that you bought that macaw in your 30s or 40s or 50s.
Absolutely.
The place.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, what about what people don't understand when it comes to buying a bird?
A lot of people don't understand the biting aspect of them. Okay. Most biting is a learned behavior. Birds don't typically bite until we've taught them how to bite. When you walk up to a parrot and you go to touch him, if he doesn't want to be touched, he will, smarty pants, he will take your finger and he'll move it away. And then you go to touch him again, he'll do it again. But if you're not paying attention, you do it a 3rd time, he's going to bite you because you didn't pay attention the first 2 times. Most people are so tactile that they have this need to touch. And they really need to understand the body language of a parrot first before they start that, because basically they just taught the bird how to bite. They also teach them how to bite by being around them and pulling their hand away and expecting the bird to bite. A bird will normally, they will step onto your hand. Let me demonstrate with Oliver. Here, Oliver. Come here, okay? When you put your hand out, he's going to touch your beak first to your hand to make sure he can reach you with his feet.
Make sure you're
But people automatically assume the bird's going to bite you, and so they pull away. And they do that out of nervousness.
Okay.
And that's not, and then they're teaching a bird to bite because they're giving him an opportunity to overcome you and to be aggressive towards you because, yeah. But, so typically we teach them to bite. And then when we bring them here, we try to unteach them those bad habits.
Now, you said that Oliver earned the right to be a shoulder parrot. What does
Yes.
that mean?
Most
Because not all
parrots,
parrots here get that opportunity.
no, they don't. Most parrots,
Might have shredded my shirt by now.
well,
Get all my jewelry off.
with parrots, you should really, it's a dominance issue with them, okay? Birds want to be at the highest point they can. They're used to being in trees. And so birds will try to get to the highest point they can. And so when you're working with a bird, especially for new novice people, the best thing is to keep them below the chin, okay? And
Don't
that
allow
helps.
them up.
Yeah, you don't allow them up on your shoulder. And that helps to, that's one of the tricks for using to teach them not to bite, because if they're lower than you, then you're the dominant person. And so, but Oliver is one of the ones that has earned the right to be on the shoulder.
Because he behaves.
He behaves, and we know he's
understands.
not going to bite. He's learned to be a very good, well-behaved bird.
Well, we're going to have much more with Parrot Adopt Southern Ontario in a moment. This is also coming ahead on Newswatch at 5:30. But first, Steve, our cameraman, I'm going to tell you that if you pan all the way around, you will see your reflection in a big window, and you'll be able to see that he's had a parrot on his shoulder the entire time. That beautiful, what kind of bird is
That's a
that?
sun-ponder.
Beautiful. And he can be noisy.
Yeah.
This is just ahead on Newswatch at 5:30.
It's all happening downtown, even in the middle of the week. Stay tuned to Your Health to find out some delicious food ideas from the downtown Peterborough Farmers Market.
Newswatch at 5:30 continues in Omimi at Parrot Adopt South Ontario. Who do you have on your shoulder there, Nancy?
This is kiwi.
Kiwi, and the colors here are so gorgeous. I think that's why people fall in love with parrots.
They do, absolutely. Color-wise, that's the main thing. And their talking ability, for sure.
Okay. Now, what kind of bird is kiwi?
He's a Myers parrot. He's from Africa. They're part of the African species.
All right. So many people think automatically of the big macaws,
Yeah.
like Gabe and the large African parrots.
Yes.
But there's a lot of different...
There's some really great smaller parrots that are just as nice as the bigger ones that would make a great pet for people.
And you've actually, sometimes you've even talked people out of
I-
making a commitment to a macaw or a big parrot. Why?
Because, well, first off, they unless they know what they're doing, you don't want to go out and get a macaw. They're big. They're a handful of bird. They need a lot of attention. They need a lot of care, and they can be aggressive to people that don't know what they're doing. And so you can easily teach them to bite, and with a beak that big, they can do some damage.
They can do some
Well,
serious
look at
damage.
this. This was done in less than an hour, okay, by Gabe here.
Now, this is quick. It happens as quickly as you can. But here's something important. People are going to see that and say, well, why don't you just leave him in his cage? And you've taught me something already. A
Yeah.
cage is not for
A cage
a
is
house.
a cage is not a house for a bird. It's there for their protection when you can't be home to supervise them. But if you are home, that bird should be out of his cage. I look at it more as like a playpen for a child. Because birds are intelligent. They're about as intelligent as a 2 to 3 year old child. They need to have a variety of toys. They need to have out of cage time. They need to have interaction. They're very social. They're used to being in flocks around other birds, other people, and that sort of thing. And they're affectionate. They're so affectionate. And so they need to have those kind of interactions. A cage is there for their safety and should be used as safety only. If you're home, and that bird should be out of his cage whenever you're home. The only time you'd put him in his cage was for sleeping, or maybe if you're cooking so he doesn't fly to the stove or something like that. But otherwise, he should be out of his cage and exercising.
Well, what about the damage to the house then? And what about like bird poop? If you don't want bird poop all over your...
If you don't want bird poop, then a bird's probably not a good choice for you. Okay.
Okay.
That's the way it is. I mean.
All right. There's so much to cover. We want to talk a little bit about Miss Esther, who apparently is a sweetheart of a bird, but is a nervous wreck, and as you can see, does not look like any of the other macaws here. We'll find out about distress and behavior in parrots. Still ahead on Newswatch at 5:30. Right now, we're going to find out about the wonderful win-win situation that exists when it comes to buying local. We're big fans of it here at 5:30. We'll find out more tonight.